Greetings, salutations, and welcome. As the clock would say, it is 11:45. It's neck deep in the middle of the night, and I know my face is something that you usually don't see outside of the podcast. But with Riot releasing such fabulous news, I could not resist. Less than a week ago, Riot Games actually made an announcement claiming that their entire game catalog will be making their way into a Southeast Asian server in the coming few days. And the best part of that is, especially for people who have been excited about Wild Rift will also be published in Southeast Asia, a thing that I've been very annoyed and very vocal about on Twitter for quite some time now. All of that will be coming to us sweet Southeast Asians in the coming month. And this piece of news is a reason to rejoice for many of us. But this news also marks the departure of an entity/game client that has held exclusive rights to host League of Legends servers in Southeast Asian countries for quite some time now. And that is the ever so questionable Garena client. Now, by textbook, people already know what Garena is, especially people who've recently caught on to the wave of Free Fire ever since Garena released that damn game. But long story short, Garena is a Singaporean game publisher who had their company named Garena early on, but they recently changed their name to C Limited. However, those of us who have had experience in the Garena server for quite some time now, it's been bloody years. Let's just say that the view that we had of the Garena client and the League of Legends version that they had embedded in said client, let's just say it hasn't exactly been the best. Now, I will give Garena credit for a couple of things. The fact that people in Southeast Asia manage to play League of Legends in 50 ping, something that usually people in other countries have the privilege to experience, has been nice. However, what has not been so nice are all the predatory practices that have been happening within that client since its inception. Number one is a rather popular one. Hey, why spend 1300 RP on getting your favorite skin when you can spend 100 RP instead to pretty much gamble your way into getting the skin you want? I mean, if you're one of those people with a big fucking problem, you will end up spending twice that amount of money to not get the skin at all. But hey, who's counting, right? When you're spending money, you just bloody spend it. So credit where credit is due, but where they fucked up are the practices that they held. Almost every single new season, they had some kind of casino-like event where you can pretty much use RP to have a chance of getting an item, and most of these times, these things are programmed to fail. So it's a shame, but it's safe to say that they made quite a lot of money doing this. I mean, I myself had the urge to, hey, I have some spare RP lying around. Just press that button, see what shiny colors pop up and what skin I get. So, I'm speaking from experience here, folks. It hasn't exactly been the best. And of course, let me remind you, because Garena had a steady decline of players, and because, let's be real, League of Legends is relatively uncool within the general span of gamers out there. I mean, we all have a love-hate relationship with it at the end of the day, right? The Garena servers had a considerably lower player count compared to the other official servers. So what does Garena do to combat this? They take away draft queue, so queue times will be faster, and they only kept blind pick inside the League of Legends client within the Garena servers. Now, if you do want to pick your roles and queue up and play the game the way Riot intended, you will have to rank. Yes, to experience draft pick, you will have to play rank. It's the tip of the iceberg, man. And of course, we can't forget the fiasco where they went ahead and banned gay and transgender people from a women's only League of Legends tournament held within the Garena regions. Riot really had to clean up after them, claiming that anybody is welcome to take part in the official League of Legends tournaments, and Garena later had to wipe their own ass and claim, "Oh, I'm sorry, we made a mistake. No, we're removing all the limitations. Come back, everybody." Long story short, Garena hasn't exactly been on everybody's good books. So now that Garena is taking a formal departure from League of Legends in general, how is this gonna pan out? Well, if you've been a passionate Garena player for a while now, if you had all the skins that you could, play and all kinds of, progression that you made in your Garena account that you want to move over to your actual proper league accounts, well, guess what? You're in luck because Riot has actually provided you with a method of migrating your Garena account all the way to the official League of Legends accounts. And you can do that starting the 18th of November. How do you do that? You just go into either the Garena client or the League of Legends official client, however you need to have accounts on both. And for this to work, you need to have played a match of League of Legends in between the January of 2021 and January of 2022, and you need to have made a certain amount of progress within it. All the details that you need to know in regards of what you need to meet, what progression criteria you need to meet, you will see in the description down below or as a comment underneath the Facebook post. Regardless, what you do need to know is it is possible, so do not worry. Even after the servers close, you can play League of Legends in official capacity with better ping than ever in the servers that are handled by Riot officially. God, I have waited so long for this to happen. My only hope is that with this also comes regional pricing for RP. And with this comes regional fucking pricing for Valorant, because God knows the amount of money that most people have spent on Valorant skins and League of Legends skins. It gets unholy if you look into the details of it. But be forewarned, Riot already claims that you should do your best to make the transfers happen before the end of December 2022, and that they hold no responsibility for account detail loss in whatever shape or form if you do not manage to do a transfer by the end of the year. So if you do have a Garena account, do not lazy around. Try to do the transfer as soon as possible. On the 18th of November, you will be able to do this. So I'm doing it because God, I have almost everything that I love in my Garena account, even though I've been playing on EUS for the past year and a half. It's nice to have everything back under one roof again. Oh my God, it's such a pleasant feeling. And yes, another very good piece of news is the fact that from this point onwards, once the transition is completed, League of Legends related esports activities will be held in official capacity by Riot Games themselves. It's been a long time coming, but it's finally happening. So yeah, this is why I decided to just, put myself in front of a camera and just rant on for quite a bit, because this news got me excited, and if you're a League or Valorant player, this should be getting you just as excited. So hopefully you won't get to see my face here for a while soon. I heard that I'll be streaming on this Facebook page or Twitch. I'm not so sure. One or the other. I'll be streaming soon as well. I'll be joining the streaming community. So yeah, if you want to check that out, I'll be here. Anyways, it's past midnight. I'm going to hit the sack knowing that League of Legends is saved. Bye bye now.